Hey, sorry. Hi, I'm Pink1402, aka Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 5. Hold on, let me fix this. I apologize if it looks kind of weird. I hurt my leg yesterday doing running, actually chasing after one of my, playing hide and seek with both my nieces, and started running because I was squatting trying to hide, and then one of them found me, and then my other niece, it was her turn to count, and I started running, and then I just felt like my muscle, I felt like I pulled a muscle, and it still hurts. It's a little sore. So yeah, if I look kind of different, if you can see part of my leg, then that's because I have it propped up. Not broken, I don't think. But, so sorry about that long rant. I have one more thing before I begin. I just found this out. Anyone that's a fan of Superman and that's a fan of the original Superman movies with Christopher Reeve, I have some news to share for you. You all probably already know this because of the internet, but I just found it out about 5 minutes ago. Margot Kidder, who played Lois Lane in the technically 5 Superman movies, because I'm going to count the Richard Donner director's cut, which is the best one, by the way, died over the weekend, and she was 69, and she's been my favorite. She's been my favorite Lois Lane. My second favorite is Erica Durance from Smallville, but that's just my personal preference. But my thoughts and prayers go out to her family and anyone that has ever known her. She was a fantastic actress. She had some issues after Superman, but we all have issues. We all go through we all have a bad time in our lives. I've gone through it. But my thoughts and prayers are with her friends, family, and just anyone that knew her. Now onto the list. So I'm doing this top 5 list of the best dance/music movies, and a lot of them you guys will have seen, and there may be one that you may haven't seen. You probably haven't seen, and one of them is actually a remake. They actually did a remake of it, and I think they're doing the other one. I think they're doing a remake of it, and I'm not happy about it because you can't replace the 2 actors that were in that particular movie. But that's just me. So without further ado, I'd like to begin starting with number 5. Number 5 is a movie that they did a remake of, and I own the remake. I don't own the original. I own the remake. My sister owns the original, and that is Footloose. And I'm talking about the original Footloose with Kevin Bacon. I'm not talking about the one that I own, the remake. The remake wasn't that great. Remake wasn't so great. But fun fact about that movie is based on a town in Oklahoma. I don't remember. I think it was Spavinaw. I'm not entirely for sure exactly what town in Oklahoma it is, but it's based off of a town in Oklahoma. There was a town in Oklahoma that banned dancing. Dancing was prohibited. You were prohibited from dancing, and they finally allowed them to dance. Finally allowed them to have a prom, the seniors to have a prom, and all that stuff. Basically, what happened in the movie was what happened in this town in Oklahoma. So I think that's pretty cool, and it's on this list because the music is incredible from the movie. Let's begin. Let's start off with that. The music is incredible. You have Never, which is awesome. You have Let's Hear It for the Boy, Footloose. Just a lot of great songs came from that movie, and the dancing is incredible. Just everything about the movie. The story is incredible. I love this movie so much. Number 4 is Save the Last Dance. Save the Last Dance has Julia Stiles in it, and this other actor who was in the movie Barbershop. I just recently watched that movie. It was on TV Saturday night, and I watched it, and I had no clue what was going on because I wasn't really paying much attention to it, but it looked pretty cool. And the guy the guy that's in that movie is also in Save the Last Dance. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was in this movie. And if you haven't seen the movie's about this girl who loses her mom. She's a dancer, and she loses her mom because her mom's on the way to the girl's Juilliard audition, and the girl finds out that her mom was killed in a car accident, and she has to go live with her dad. She has to go live with her dad for a while, and so like she goes off to college, and she doesn't think that she'll ever be able to dance again. And so she meets this boy who teaches her another style of dance because she does ballet. Well, they need like a contemporary piece. In order to get into Juilliard in this movie, you have to have a contemporary piece. Meaning you have to have a piece that's not ballet. It's not ballet. It has to be like kind of like a hip hop or like something along those lines. And he teaches her how to do this like more modern dance, and it's so cool. It's so great. And then like the ending is just incredible, and I love this movie. I discovered this movie because of my sister. My sister had this movie, and she used to watch it all the time, and I loved it. Number three is a movie that everyone should have seen, and the reason why it's number 3 and not number 2 is mostly because of the two actors in that movie aren't together anymore, and you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Step Up. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan are not together anymore, and that's why it's number 3 on this list. I mean, but the movie is fantastic. My sister had the movie, and she used to watch it all the time, and I'd watch it with her. The only issue I had with this movie was the scene where Tyler and his friends are like dancing outside on the hood of the car, and he's like just saying like an F you to Jenna's character. I can't remember her name at the top of my head, but was like kind of like an F you, like I don't care about your stupid little dance anymore. But that's the only scene I don't like is when they're dancing in the car. But other than that, I love the movie. Like the dancing is incredible. I love the final scene in that movie because it's like all that hard work that they put in paid off, and it's just so good. I love that movie. Number two is a movie that I recently watched. I watched it like maybe like 5 years ago or less than 5 years ago. I had been wanting to see it because Hanson did if you've ever seen the music video for Thinking About Something, that music video is an homage to a scene in to a scene from this movie, and so it's awesome. They were trying to come up with an idea for their music video for Thinking About Something, and they were watching this particular movie, and this scene came up, and they had this song playing, and they were like, this song fits perfectly with this scene from the movie. Why don't we just recreate this scene and make it the music video? And so that's what they did. And the movie is called Blues Brothers. If you have not seen, you guys probably haven't seen the Blues Brothers, but after hearing that story and after hearing about it, I was like, I want to see it. My German teacher in high school actually had the movie. He got it like in Germany, I guess, because it was in German, and I wanted to watch it so badly, but he wouldn't let us watch it. And so, yeah, and I'm like, what's the point of having the movie there if you won't let us watch it? And so my dad found it, I don't remember where my dad found it, but he found it and he bought it, and I watched it, and I instantly fell in love with it. I love the music. I love the story. I love the fact that they're able to so successfully like get away from the cops just to pay off just to cash this money in, like to give this money to help save the orphanage that they grew up in. And I love that. I love that they were able to do that. But then they get caught in the end. Like, spoiler alert, they get caught. But I love this movie so much. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend you see it because it's so good. And then it also has like Illinois Nazis, which makes no sense, but some movies aren't meant to make sense. But I love this movie. This movie was actually based off of a sketch that John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd did on Saturday Night Live in the early seasons of Saturday Night Live when they were on there, and I loved it. And so they made a movie out of it because it was so successful. That sketch was so memorable that they had to do a movie about it. And it's so good. I love it. And thing I remember most about, like, the thing that I love, like, but the two of them are in this movie. Then you have Aretha Franklin, who's in this movie, which I love Aretha Franklin. You have Ray Charles, which that scene, Shake Your Tail Feather scene, is actually the scene that Hanson used for their music video for Thinking About Something. He's in it. James Brown is in it. I love James Brown, by the way. And then Carrie Fisher is in it, and ironically enough, she doesn't sing in the movie. She doesn't sing at all in the movie, which is kind of ironic because her parents sung. Her parents did singing and acting, but I guess she didn't want to do acting. But may she rest in peace, and may John Belushi rest in peace as well. And I love this movie so much. And actually, Carrie Fisher's character was trying to kill John Belushi's character, which was Juliet Jake, trying to kill him because in the movie apparently they were engaged and he never showed up to the wedding, and she got like pretty upset with him, so she wanted to kill him. Yeah, crazy. But I love that movie. I love that movie, and it's just so good. And then for all of you that don't know this person, you may or may not know this person. I didn't know that she had became like really famous until after I saw the movie, and that's Twiggy. If you've ever heard of Twiggy, she's in the movie. She makes a cameo appearance in the movie, and it's pretty weird. But so that's my number 2. Number 1 is a movie that everyone and their mom has seen. Like, if you have not seen this movie, you need to see it. It's so good. And they're supposed to be making like a remake of it, and I don't like that they're making a remake of it. But it has like one of the most iconic scenes in all movie history, all film history. And everyone has tried to do that particular scene in the movie and has failed at it. And that is Dirty Dancing. They did do Dirty Dancing live. I watched it, hated it. I hated that so much. I hated it. And like, the reason why is because I love Patrick Swayze and I love Patrick Swayze as Johnny Castle, and I loved Jennifer Grey as Baby Houseman. Like I loved the two of them together. And when you take them out because I know Patrick's gone, may he rest in peace. I know that he's gone, so it's like no. I just could not get into it. And like Jennifer Grey, and actually she was on Dancing with the Stars and she won with Derek Huff, and they were doing like this movie night, and she got like a song from like Dirty Dancing, and they were going to do the iconic dance scene from the movie, but they didn't because she said that was her and Patrick's dance. That's not her and Derek's dance. That's her and Patrick's dance. So I think I love the fact that she didn't do that. She didn't, she decided like not to do that. She decided to, out of respect for him and what they did in the movie, that she decided not to do it. So good for her. And I love this movie so much. It's so good. And actually the mom in this movie is actually the mom / grandma in Gilmore Girls, which I did not know that until here recently. I was like, what? She played the mom in Dirty Dancing? What? And she was also in Gilmore Girls, which I didn't watch Gilmore Girls. My sister did a little bit, but it's just pretty cool. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because I want to know what your favorite movie, dance, music movies, which ones are your favorites. So post in the comments below what your favorites are, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because on Friday I'm doing the best like game soundtracks, like the best like uh game like gaming theme songs, like so look out for that one. It's gonna probably be a short list because I don't really have like favorites, but yeah, look out for that one. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Bye!